Welcome, Texas educators, to the Maximizing Your High School Financial Education course offerings. This webinar will answer the following questions. Why the new emphasis on financial literacy? What courses in my school are teaching personal finance? What essential financial skills, behaviors, and attitudes must all students learn? What free curriculum should my teachers avoid? And what vetted curriculum meets the specific requirements of both courses? We are Budget Challenge, a financial capability program used by over 850,000 students and over 12,000 teachers. Ours is a comprehensive program that can be used as the course in a personal finance or financial literacy class, as well as a supplement to math, business, CTE, or consumer and life skills courses. What makes Budget Challenge unique is that students learn by doing in our 10-week patented simulation, where students manage the finances of an independent young adult in real time. We're not funded by the banking, insurance, or credit card industry. And we were named High School Program of the Year by the Institute for Financial Literacy. My name is Tim Lambrecht. I'm the Director of Education at Budget Challenge. I've had 31 years experience as a secondary teacher, coach, department head, building level and district administrator, and leader in state standards and assessment development, school improvement, and financial literacy education. So why the new emphasis on financial literacy? Texas requiring a dedicated financial literacy elective class was not a unique occurrence when it took place several years ago. In fact, during the past year alone, Michigan, Florida, South Carolina, and Ohio passed laws requiring all students to take a financial literacy class in order to graduate. And there are now 15 states that have a graduation requirement. For all the controversy in education, the one thing it seems all parents and lawmakers agree upon is the need to teach kids about money. It really started with the previous financial crisis. 3 million households were foreclosed upon. Chapter 7 bankruptcy filings hit a record 100,000 per month, and household debt skyrocketed, nearing 10% of GDP. Though there were broad systemic failures, Americans' lack of financial capability helped cause the Great Recession and made the recovery from it difficult. It was in the aftermath that a renewed push for financial education began. Lawmakers and pundits correctly point to skyrocketing student loan debt as a significant problem facing young adults. In 2022, the average federal student loan debt balance was $37,000. But there are other challenges that few of us could have imagined as seniors when we were in high school. According to life insurance actuaries, a typical incoming ninth grader can expect to live to be 100 years old. The defined benefit pension is disappearing, and Social Security benefits will have to be modified for the program to continue. So our students will need to learn the importance of investing for retirement. Even those with a great employer matching 401k or 403b will need to know what to invest in, as it will be impossible to save enough for retirement. Imagine a young worker today, spooked by the stock market, who decides to put her 401k into a money market fund. She would barely keep up with inflation, let alone build a nest egg. Students with internet access can invest their college savings in the latest meme stock or cryptocurrency as quickly as purchasing a music download. Social media, Reddit bulletin boards, and TikTok videos are filled with bros touting ways to get rich quick. For our students, the risk of identity theft are greater than physical theft. Getting seduced by get-rich-quick pitches are in every hour of TikTok videos. And fine print and new financial products and options are making even conventional purchases more complicated. Today, a credit score is the new adult grade point average. It's used to determine insurance premiums in most states. It's used by landlords to screen tenants. It's used by employers to rate applicants. Yet 22% of adults don't even have a credit score, and a low one will make basic life functions difficult. Here's the bottom line. Rising debt levels, the necessity of retirement investing at an early age, the ease of serious, permanent financial commitments, the increased complexity of investments and purchase options, the high risk of identity theft, and the importance of a high credit score mean that good financial education is needed more now than ever. So where do your students learn about money in your school? The class that's required of all students is Economics with emphasis on the free enterprise system and its benefits, which is the half-credit class. It has 23 specific personal finance standards within it. The main topics of those standards: financial institutions, investing, budgeting, credit, and paying for college. The emphasis is on analyzing costs and benefits, making informed decisions, and demonstrating how to. Some economic standards also overlap with the personal finance components, such as understanding taxes, scarcity, choice, and opportunity cost. You have some students taking the required financial literacy elective class, in other words, the class that you're required to offer. That has 60 specific personal finance standards, including uncommon topics such as wills, beneficiaries, disability insurance, and the 3 C's of credit. There's also an emphasis on analysis, application, and development. Right now, the only program that teaches all 60 standards is Budget Challenge. Now, both the required financial literacy elective class and the economics class require some type of lab experience where students can apply financial concepts in a real-world simulation. Hands-on application is the only way a one-time semester class can have an impact. And remember, learning by doing is learning that lasts. Your students also learn about money in CTE electives in financial mathematics, money matters, securities and investments, insurance operations, and banking and financial services. Now, those courses teach a much narrower range of topics than either the required personal finance elective class or the economics free enterprise class. Those classes also require more in-depth hands-on activities, and they have the added benefit of Perkins funding to purchase engaging real-world technology to implement those courses. Experts have identified what money skills are essential for your students to learn to be successful as young adults. They are how to invest for retirement, how to cost-effectively manage risk, the importance of and how to build your credit score, how to use and manage credit. They need to be able to evaluate their options after high school, differentiate between wants and needs, protect personal data and avoid scams, and read the fine print. Many teachers use internet resources because they lack relevant, engaging, and up-to-date content. Yet using unvetted information from the internet to teach financial literacy is not just poor teaching, it can create multiple problems. For example, bias abounds because of the motives of the source provider. Think about it. Would you use a health curriculum from a cigarette maker? Yet, we often teach about credit cards with lessons from the credit card industry, or students learn about banking from materials designed and provided by the banking industry. Oftentimes, these websites harvest data from your students. Yet even beyond those, consequences can be even more costly. Let me provide you with an example. Good financial sense is typical of resources that are often found on lists created by teachers or even state education organizations of free resources that a teacher can use. Well, let's take a look. On the surface, it seems legit. Featured on Fox Business, US News, ABC News, CNN Money, Time, The New York Times, and CNBC. Now consider how a teacher might use this site to teach a standard like credit scores, something that's part of both the economics required class and the personal finance elective class that all schools are required to offer. So they have a recent article, How to Build Your Credit Score. And there's key takeaways there with some good information. Now, I should point out, this is not a lesson. There's no learning objectives. There's no checkup questions. There are no learning activities. And there's no assessment. But it's probably more information than your district is currently providing your teacher to teach the topic. Now imagine your students navigating around the site that they were sent to by your teacher, and they also come across articles like this: 4 ways I'm making money with cryptocurrency. As the article explains, the authors had a lot of fun and made a lot of money with digital currency. Sounds great. Now imagine receiving a call from a frantic parent who tells you that their child just invested their college savings in cryptocurrency. And when the parent asked the student where they learned about this and where they got such a crazy idea, they said, "Oh, in my personal finance class." Not a situation you want to deal with. Using the wrong internet resource to teach American history might provide students at worst with biased or incorrect information, or using a bad resource on the internet for teaching American Lit might provide students with an incomplete or abridged version of a classic text. But using internet resources for financial literacy can lead to far more problems. Let's take a look at this site, OpU. On the surface, it looks appealing. It actually provides courses on some of the topics within both state standards. In fact, this site was actually found on a state list of possible financial literacy resources. So, who exactly is OpU? A nonprofit? A financial literacy foundation? OpU is actually a division of OpFi, a publicly traded, for-profit company creating new financial products targeting especially young adults. And in fact, they make that very clear in their investor relations page when they say, "We facilitate financial inclusion for the 150 million everyday consumers who lack access to traditional financial options by providing the best available products." Well, as you know, high school students lack access to traditional financial options. And OpFi knows that young adults are their next generation of customers. The bottom line is, your students will receive somewhere between part of a half credit course and less than a full credit of total financial literacy instruction. Yet, even that provides the opportunity for a life-changing impact. The data shows that the right class will be considered the most relevant subject taught by the majority of your students. And by high school, students already recognize the need to be money smart. And the lifetime value of teaching your students how to earn a high credit score, manage risk, pay bills on time, manage debt, and invest for retirement are enormous. And here's the good news. Schools actually know how to teach specialized, real-world skills at a level which translate into practice, and they do it extremely well. Think about driver's education, or CTE. These are short duration classes, a semester to 4 semesters. There's the book learning, plus there's hands-on experience, and it's that hands-on experience that instills the skills, attitudes, and positive behaviors. Success is measured by hours of practice and demonstrating skills, not just a paper and pencil test. And the end result is often certification. Our program actually emulates this model for financial education, and that's why it's so successful. Budget Challenge is the only program that teaches all 60 standards for the high school elective class and all 23 standards for the economics with emphasis on the free enterprise system and its benefits class. And it includes our patented 10-week real-time simulation where students manage all the finances of an independent young adult along with the most up-to-date comprehensive textbook available. In our simulation, students learn by doing. They have an employer where they receive biweekly payroll. They make vendor selections. They issue checks to pay routine bills. They manage a credit card. They can also earn trophies for achieving important financial goals that adults struggle with. These include creating an emergency fund, paying all bills in full and on time, managing their credit card, saving for retirement, and reducing debt. Throughout the 10 weeks, students learn from their successes and mistakes because they receive feedback that is meaningful, actionable, regular, and timely. Our 100% online format offers numerous advantages, including the ability to translate into over 150 different languages for our ELL and ESL students, the ability to convert text to speech, and to magnify. It also means that Budget Challenge is the ideal tool for blended, in-person, or full remote learning. For teachers, we provide some of the most advanced class management tools available, including Engagement Boost, which immediately identifies any students who are having difficulty and diagnoses their problems. Engagement score, performance score, and account balances are updated daily, making grading and checkpoint scores easy. Automated dashboard notifications remind students of important upcoming events. The teacher simulation schedule shows every simulation event, and Teacher Play allows teachers to experience the simulation with their students. Budget Challenge teaches the importance of protecting personal information and data, and we practice what we teach by providing the safest educational experience online. We never collect student personally identifiable information. There are no links to marketing or data collection websites. There are no ads or pop-ups. We do not sell lists or emails of school personnel, and we do not accept silent donors who influence our content. We also offer flexible teacher training and support, and a live help desk for teachers and students. And these are all included at no additional charge. So how much does your program cost? The education pricing of Budget Challenge, all inclusive, is $20 to $25 per student license depending on the quantity. That includes the student e-textbook, the 10-week real-time live individualized simulation, and access to the video library. It also includes all teacher resources, including the assessment suite, real-world activities, guided readings, lesson suggestions, and parent engagement emails. Flexible training, including live webinars and help desk access throughout the year, are also included. And there are additional discounts for multi-year licenses. I've provided you with a lot of information, and this is probably a good time for a curriculum checkup. A couple questions worth asking. Does your curriculum teach the students what they really need to know? Is the content up to date? Does it provide staff training and support if necessary? Financial literacy is not an easy subject to teach. If online, how does it protect students' PII? And is it ad and bias free? What assessments are included? And how will grades be determined? And then finally, What is the budget for the program, and where is it coming from? Your textbook budget, technology, ESSER funds, Perkins dollars for CTE, department, or something else? Thanks for viewing the webinar. I'd love to speak with you further on financial literacy education in general, or specifically about our Budget Challenge program and how we can implement it in your school or district. My contact information is tim@budgetchallenge.com, and I can be reached by phone at 513-335-0619, extension 406. Thank you, and have a great day.